Hello everyone. It's become increasingly clear over the last year, 2 years now, that things are moving on with regards to those leaving the Watchtower. There is a massive increase happening, and just as importantly, those that have been out for a long time are beginning to realise that they too have a voice and are coming together in collective groups, both large and small, from all over the world. Through venues such as Facebook, Twitter and other social networking sites, and other types of activity too. Lots of get-togethers and a real interface going on with many different types of groups. Some of them very private, some of them closed, some of them secret, some of them very open and are looking to attract more members. The whole purpose of many of these individuals coming together is to seek their own recovery, to support each other and to understand where it is that they came from within the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society. When they meet up with each other, they also then discover that the problematic issues that they had as an individual, both emotional, physical and financial in a lot of cases, can be replicated throughout all of the different individuals that have left Watchtower, and they begin to realise that they're not on their own. The reason I'm doing this particular posting today is to outline something that we are now creating to enhance that particular set of groupings that are out there, and to hopefully make something far more effective for us as activists to expose the secrecy and the toxicity of the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society. Everything that we write in the future or use, as I'm now going to explain, will be all about the evidences that have been found within the Watchtower itself. So what am I actually talking about here? Well, it's very clear that what we have now is an idea that has been put together, and at the moment it's UK based. So the name of the group is Watchtower Public Pressure Group UK. And what I'm going to say now is that if this takes off with this small and very simple business model that I have here, there's no reason why it couldn't be replicated in other parts of the world. And indeed, maybe it will be. Or maybe they'll start their own models up. But the sort of things I'm talking about here are when we're on the emails that I receive and my wife receives and many other activists, is we should be doing something about this. Why can't we get in contact with so-and-so or XYZ? There should be more of us actually out there speaking up and saying something. Right. Well, based on that type of comment that's coming through, it's very clear that there is a way forward. Working very much in parallel and with affiliation to the AAWA.co, our.co, it's the same type of objectives, exactly the same as ours, and working in parallel with that, we'd like to now enhance that a little bit further and to get some interaction, shall we say, with, for example, public bodies within the country that we live in. So for this particular instance, I'm talking about the United Kingdom. We've come up with an idea, and now we're looking for volunteers. Are you a volunteer? Do you want to do something about this? What I'm asking for is something quite simple that will not cost you a great deal in your time. It will not cost you any petrol to go anywhere, and all I'm asking is that you come into a group that is enthusiastic, that is passionate, that has one objective: to expose Watchtower. We're looking to create a pressure group, a writing pressure group. This group will be very disciplined and will work as one, not as individuals. There will be a directive sent out to the group. The group will work in conjunction with each other, and as I say, this group will keep their information to themselves as a group while they're sending out these letters. So, just to make this absolutely clear, there'll be one directive sent out to the group by email or through a secret Facebook channel. The information that will be given to the group will either be a template for a letter, a framework for a letter, or the letter compiled already for them. There will be no need for you to do masses of research and masses of writing and hours spent trying to get it right, and then for somebody else to give it approval. So we'll send you all of that information. What we'll then do is ask you to write either a forwarding letter or to just add your own little touch to it and put your name on it, your address on it. And then it will be then sent to whoever we believe the recipient should be. It could be, for instance, public bodies such as politicians, your local MP. It could be the social services. It could be a whole host of different public bodies out there that may need this information to share with them about a particular issue that we know is being kept secret by the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society. So the information that we will send out will be completely accurate, it will be truthful, and it will be done professionally. This group, if it is the PPG, the Public Pressure Group, as we want to call it, I believe will grow in stature, and I think if we get this right, could be a very powerful pressure group, lobbying group, call it what you will, that can get the message across to all of those recipients that we need to get it across to. You see, the problem we've got here in the UK and for many other parts of the world is that the Watchtower is very good at covering itself up, of being very well established within the society that they live, but at the same time nobody actually knows what's going on behind the scenes and the damage that this organisation does to individual members of the religion, those already in and those already out. So there is a need to really make this very clear to these bodies that a lot of the things that are going on are highly irregular and in many cases illegal. So we want to highlight that. So the letters that will be sent out, can you imagine how effective this could be? And you could play a part in that. I must stress again, there is no need for you to think that this is going to cost you hours of your life, labour-intensive letter writing and to no effect. What we want is individuals from around the country to come together. They will then be agreed into that group. I will send you our sheet here, the business model. If you're happy with it, you basically come back and say to me, yes, I'm willing to be a part of the group. We believe maybe we should even put this on a trial basis for 12 months and see how we get on. It is subject to change. We've set up, as we say, how we'd like it to work, but due to the dynamics of where we're going with it, there could be a number of things or facets that mean that we might want to tweak it, change it a little bit to make it to actually work with what works and get rid of what doesn't work. But the important factor to remember is this. Imagine a group of people all working together from around the country, all sending the same letter to individuals such as their local MP that we see fit, and or hospitals or social services or anywhere else that we believe there is a recipient that needs to receive a letter, we will then send it. Can you imagine if we have a large number of us all doing the same thing and at the same time? Can you imagine the effect this is going to have? Rather than one or two of us randomly sending a letter out of frustration, we're now doing it as an organised group. We're coming together. No longer can the Watchtower hide. The reasons we're doing this are self-explanatory, as we all know. We can see the damage that they're doing to people. We see the deaths that occur. We see the critical illness that occurs. We see the clinical depressions, the family breakups, the wife beatings, the child molestation and rape. We see the malpractice in the hospital beds with the HLCs. We see it all. And so now is time for change. Working very closely with as we are doing, most of us have signed the petitions. What this is basically doing is just adding another stream to that. But we're doing it within a disciplined, organised grouping. And we will actually get some success from this. So I'll leave the link below. If you're interested, then please, if you want to join, we'd be more than happy to have you here within the group. I think this could be great fun. We're going to set up a secret Facebook page as well so that we can all interact with each other as a writing group when we feel we need to. But also it allows the directive to be sent out through the grouping, and you are then aware of the next letter that will be sent to you and for you to then send it out. It's important that the letter is sent out at a specific time so that we're all working in unison together. You then write back to us with a simple email that you have sent your letter. title of it and when it was sent. I have another thing to say also, is that there is no work overload here. This is a patient game. It will be done one letter at a time. You will not be expected to do 12 letters to 12 different types of people all at the same time. One letter per effort. And then when we've sent the letter off, we'll think about the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one. And that's how this is going to work in the future. So it's done in a sedate way, a patient and methodical way, and it's not working people into the ground. We don't want that. We want you to be able to enjoy being in this group and enjoy knowing that you are actually part of something very powerful that is making a difference. Everything you do will be within the legal boundaries. There will be no anything done illegally here. It will all be done as a protest, as a way of exposing, as a way of saying you have had your day, Watchtower. Now it's time that the authorities knew exactly what you're about. Let me give you an example of the type of thing that we would like to share with the public bodies on a greater scale. It's very clear, and this is just one subject matter, that we have within our country and across all of the world, we have a very serious problem within the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society with child abuse. This is just one issue. And that child abuse is not taken seriously by the Watchtower. It says it is, and that's exactly the message it gives to the authorities, and it uses their legal makeup to do that. But we know, all of us, that that is not the case. That there is a very different side to the Watchtower with regards to secrecy, the two-witness rule, protecting paedophiles, and even when they move on, not revealing who they are. Now, to some degree, you might say, well, the NSPCC, for instance, would make it very clear that there has to be some anonymity to certain individuals. But there comes a point that when you're protecting a paedophile over the individual within the congregation, with exposing them to children, then the society will protect itself and not the child. There is no reporting line to the police, as we know. They do not encourage you to go to the police or the authorities. And so there is a very big need, for instance, to be reporting this to your local MP and for him to do something about it in Parliament. This is just one national perspective and one that we need to expose the Watchtower for. There are many, many more, and I'm sure as time goes on we will actually get to a point where we can actually bring all of these different subject matters into the Facebook and start seeing exactly how far we've got with it. But I'm very excited by this, and I'm hoping that there will be many of us that join it. I'm looking forward to it. I think we should enjoy it. We should enjoy the camaraderie of being together as a legion and actually make a difference. What do you think? Please let me know. If you're interested, the link below is where you need to send your replies of interest, and then what we will do is send you the business model. This business model will look at the mission statement, the objectives, the rules for the group, which are very, very simple and very easy to comply with. And the reason that we have some rules are simply because we need to keep the whole thing transparent. We need to keep the whole thing unambiguous, and we need to make sure that it's done in such a way that all of us know exactly where we stand, so that we can go from one letter to the next and nobody is scratching their head and getting splinters. I hope that explains it all. I'm really looking forward to it, and so are my other individuals that I won't mention their names because I haven't asked for their permission to do so. We do have an inner circle that's put this together, and I'm very grateful for the energy that they're putting into this as well. So now it's time for action. You want to join this group, you want to make a difference, as well as doing all your other activities on Facebook or whatever, you can now say, I'm a member of this Public Pressure Group UK, Watchtower Public Pressure Group UK, PPG for short. We can make a difference. I look forward to hearing from all of you out there and the interest you may want to show, and we'll take it from there. Enough gassing from me, and now over to you. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.